Hey everyone, it's Ryzen.
And Liz.
Patriots got blown out. They did actually mount a comeback a bit, but man, this was not a good game. 34-15. The only player that was any good there were only two people that played any decently on offense. Three. No. I guess there were four actually, because Bourne actually was okay. Douglas was pretty good. Hooper was pretty good. Henry was okay. And Bourne actually, came back to the ball a couple of times. Everybody else was terrible. Seriously. Can't run the ball. Obviously, Drake May was good. He was always good. He missed like 4 throws all game. One of which was a terrible interception, which, whatever. Another unblocked guy. It was like 20 times. They had one play where they had 2 unblocked rushers. I've never seen that before. Wow. Demontre Jacobs and Fedarian Lowe. This should be their last game on the line.
I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't know what they're going to do, but one of them at the very least has to be benched after tonight, because their play it wasn't only bad, they were committing penalties that I just don't even understand.
Yeah. Not
lining up, false starting. I mean, they were false starting constantly, holding constantly. I think Lowe lined up in the neutral zone in this game.
I've never seen that on offense.
I've never seen that in offense either.
Not that I remember.
Go get somebody off the street, because this is just, you do have to send a message that it's just not acceptable.
Yeah.
You got your quarterback killed today. I mean, Jacobs basically just allowed Robinson to walk right by him consistently. I don't know.
Yeah.
You need to completely revamp the line, and you don't have a lot of time. You got to do it all next year. You have to. Whatever you got to do. This is what it is, and you can't skimp on receivers either.
Yeah, they got to do both. They got to go all in with.
Got to go all in next year. It's your fault that you didn't make a trade this year for a receiver or a good lineman. That's your fault.
Yep.
And you should have. You have an elite quarterback. The only reason why they weren't blown out in this game is because of 2 reasons. One, Skylar Thompson is a moron and doesn't know how to hand the ball off. Sorry, Dolphins fans, that you have to deal with that as your backup quarterback. Wow.
Yeah. No wonder you lost a couple games in a row.
Jeez.
Actually, he was hurt, so they had like some other random guy in there.
Yeah, Skylar Thompson's terrible, though. I mean, really, you can't do a handoff and you give up a fumble 6?
Hilarious.
Hilarious. And Drake May basically made the most miraculous escape from pressure into a touchdown when 2 corners ran into each other on the back end. It was a safety ran into a corner, I think, for the Dolphins, and Hooper was wide open, and it was a great throw. That's the only reason they weren't blown out.
Yeah.
They weren't shut out, I mean.
Other than that, the Patriots didn't really do anything at all.
No, I mean...
Really?
May's 22-37, 221 yards, a touchdown, a terrible interception. But, again, how many times can you have an unblocked rusher without something terrible happening?
Yeah.
And you are asking a 22-year-old rookie to carry your team and be your only offense. Because, make no mistake about it, he is their only offense.
Oh, yeah, Joey Sly missed a field goal, too.
Oh, that's true, he did. He missed
early
a field
in the
goal.
game.
A 45-yarder, which is... As a field goal kicker, if you can't make a 45-yarder, I don't know why you're in the NFL. Anything under 50, you should be making almost all of them.
Yeah, unless you're playing in a blizzard or something.
Yeah, unless there's conditions, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was a perfect day. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
Defensively, wasn't a good day.
No. Other than the fumble pick 6, whatever you want to call that.
Even Gonzalez was not really good in coverage today. Brendan Schooler had a nice sack today. I'm trying to think of anybody else that was any good on defense.
I can't. Can you?
Marcus Jones led the team in tackles. I think he was solid today, but I mean they got Tucker was bad. They got creamed by
Waddle. Absolutely demolished by Waddle. He had like 160 yards or something stupid.
I think it was 172. Something
ridiculous.
144. And Jonnu Smith crushed them for 87, 9 catches.
So
Tyreek Hill was kind of a non-factor. He caught 48 yards, 5 receptions, which, I mean, non-factor for his standards, but
right.
okay game, I guess. Odell Beckham was terrible in this game. He was the only guy, though, that was really terrible.
Yeah, the Dolphins were.
And I don't think the Dolphins could run the ball particularly well today.
No, they couldn't.
No, not really.
Although Achane's, I don't know how you say the guy's name,
Achane?
scored 2 touchdowns.
He got a touchdown, yeah.
2. He had 2.
Yeah, receiving touchdowns, I think.
Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's just a really good player. He gets like 1,000 yards every year.
Yeah, he's definitely one of their up and coming good players.
He's very good. Yeah, the Patriots just are terrible, and
At least the Celtics are good.
I know the offensive line has got to be fixed. I mean, I would start by firing the offensive line coach because it's just completely ridiculous that you have guys committing those kind of pre-snap penalties on a consistent basis. That's just unacceptable.
It is at that level.
And that has to be a coaching thing. I mean, Devontae Jacobs is a terrible player, yes, but why can't he line up properly without jumping early?
Why is it that hard?
How is that difficult?
I don't understand.
You know, Robinson's blowing past you after the snap. Fine, whatever. You're a terrible player, but at least don't commit the penalties.
Just line up.
At least.
Right. It's not that hard, man. Can't be.
It can't be that hard to not go before the snap, and that has to be a coaching thing.
Yeah, I would think so.
And Covington clearly has to be fired. I mean, this is just the defense has regressed to the point where it's just terrible.
It's laughable. They were top 10 last year, and now they're this.
I mean, other news. Watch the Chiefs barely beat the Panthers, so that's fun.
Barely.
Yeah, the Chiefs are total frauds. Exactly what I thought. They're just not a good team this year. I mean, if they win this year, then it's hopeless. Nobody's ever going to beat them because then they're just a bad team this year. Hopefully, if Buffalo's going to win, this would be the year.
Surely it would be.
But I don't think anybody's going to beat Detroit in
No.
the Super Bowl. Detroit's so good.
I think a Bills-Lions Super Bowl would be a lot of fun.
That's probably what it's going to be.
And then, I think that would be fun. Will that happen? Who knows? But
It was basically would require for Buffalo to win that game, they'd have to be hero Josh.
which he has not been in the playoff games ever.
No, he's been very good in the playoffs, but his defense has usually let him down.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he hasn't won. They haven't won.
I mean, he was hero in the 13-second game, and then the defense gave up a field goal in 13 seconds. Inexcusable.
Yeah.
But whatever. Anyway, next week we play the Colts, who I think lost today.
I don't know. Did they? Yes, they just lost. They got blown out by the Lions. Yes, they did lose, 24-6.
Yeah, the Lions didn't even play like that well, and they still crushed them easily. Man, the Lions are so good.
The Colts are a disaster too. So,
But we
yay.
we have no chance in that game. I'd be shocked.
The Colts are not a good team.
The Titans also beat the Texans. Weird week.
Yep.
Whatever, we'll go. There's really nothing to talk about. The game was terrible. Outside of May Magic on the one play.
And the fumble touchdown.
And the fumble touchdown. And
That was it.
You know.
Literally, that was it. There's nothing else for us to talk about.
They're just not a good team. And they basically have one player that's any good. One. And his name is Drake May. And that is really, really bad when your only good player is a 22-year-old rookie quarterback.
Uh-huh.
Now, you're lucky because he's for real. He's going to be a top 3 quarterback. Might even be the best quarterback in football in 5 years.
It could be.
But you need to get something around him. Tom Brady could not win with this team.
No, they need to do the opposite of what they did for Tom and actually get him players.
I mean, there were some times when they did, but
Not
Tom at least had Gronk. At least he had the 1 year with Moss.
right.
This is just crazy. Hunter Henry is your best receiving option, and the guy is slow as a box of rocks.
Yeah.
He's at near the end of his career.
They just need to go all in. It's that simple. But now the question is, will they or will they cheap out?
You can't cheap out. You got a rookie quarterback.
Will they just be the Patriots that we all know and love and not spend any money in the offseason? We shall see.
They better not. They better spend their entire cap.
They did load up that year for the Seahawks Super Bowl.
So
Maybe they'll do that again. I doubt it, though. We'll see. If they were smart, they would, but I don't know.
Look, you got to fix the offense. If they waste draft picks
Fine.
on defense, I'm going to be very angry. I don't care that you need a corner. You need to fix the offense. You have a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract who is the best rookie quarterback of the draft class.
Yeah, every single pick should be on offense next year. Every single one.
You've got to fix it. And they better be good. Because you ain't got a lot of time. So, and you better figure out Jalen Polk. You better figure out Javon Baker. You better figure it out.
Yeah.
Because you ain't got a lot of time.
Frankly, I'd cut both of them at the end of the year.
You can't cut them. You invested into Jalen Polk at least.
Oh well, I'd cut both of them.
You need Jalen Polk to become something.
Cut your losses.
You can't. You only have 2 more years on a rookie contract.
He hasn't done anything
Okay.
to prove himself.
I know, but you wasted a second round pick, so make him work.
They haven't been able to.
I'll figure it out. I don't know. Whatever. We'll cover the preview for the Colts game next week. I wouldn't expect them to win that game. I don't expect they'll win another game for the rest of the year. So, this is Ryzen.
And Liz.
Thanks for watching. Take care.